This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF. Visit with your local ag retailer about 0% financing on all BASF crop protection, seed treatment, and Zetavo brand soybeans now through March 15th. I'm Ty Higgins. There were a number of positive policies passed in 2025 that will certainly benefit corn and wheat farmers, but the challenges remain within agriculture, and that means there's even more work to do for our guest in 2026. Luke Crumley is Director of Public Policy and Sustainability with Ohio Corn and Wheat. And Luke, I guess they call that job security.
Yeah, Ty, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for teeing up the realistic expectations here that no matter how much forward progress we gain advocating for Ohio's corn and wheat farmers, there is always more to be done because the churn and burn of American politics means we are constantly playing defense against bad ideas. We're playing offense aggressively for good ideas that can help move markets and improve the condition for our growers here in Ohio. And along the way, we have to maintain our head. We have to be measured and make sure we're putting resources where they're going to have the biggest impact. And 2026 promises more of the same.
If you could summarize in one word, 2025 from a corn and wheat policy standpoint, what would it be?
One word? You know I'm a lobbyist and I'm paid by the syllable. I would say watchful. So throughout 2025, we had a whole host of issues federally and at the state level that some we knew were coming and some creeped up out of nowhere. So one thing we knew that was coming in 2025 was the federal work we would have to do to defend really important parts of the tax code that our growers rely on as business owners to make sure that they can carry on that work and protect their family assets, right? So we started investing in that work more than 2 years ago to make sure that when the fight around HR1 or the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the budget reconciliation package that included so much of extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, when that came to fruition in July, we were all ready. We started hammering Capitol Hill in January of 2025 about those issues. And I'm pleased to report that so many of our congressional delegation were on board from day one, from both parties, understanding just where those tax priorities needed to be to make Ohio's growers successful. And then when we look at the state level, we knew we were going to be talking about ethanol policy. We knew that we had a state budget and we were going to be defending H2 Ohio. We didn't know that we would also have to defend against some negative policy ideas, like a proposed elimination of the current tax exemption that protects growers who need to invest in tile drainage and grain bins from sales tax. There was a proposal to strip away that tax exempt status, and we had to join with groups like Ohio Soybean Association and the Ohio Farm Bureau to make sure that Ohio's growers still had that tool in their toolbox. We were successful. We were successful because we did it as a team, and I'm really proud of the work that we did on that front.
Website's very easy, ohiocornandwheat.org, to find out more about what Luke and his team does and also how you can get involved in the process. Luke Crumley, Director of Public Policy and Sustainability at Ohio Corn and Wheat. Always great to visit with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ty.
You can listen or watch our full conversation on the new Ohio AgNet podcast. You'll find it online at ohioagnet.com. This check of the weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Grab your parkas. Here's Ryan Martin.
We do still have some cloud cover and some light snow and flurry action trying to rotate into northern tier counties here this afternoon, with that low trying to exit Michigan and Ontario. I think tomorrow we are still chilly, but see a better potential for sunshine through the day. Some flurry action in here to start the day on Wednesday, but cold holds through the end of the week as well. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. We'll get a check of the markets coming up after this as the Ohio AgNet continues.
Hey pork producers! The 2026 Ohio Pork Congress is almost here. It all happens in Lima, Ohio on February 3rd and 4th at the Veterans Memorial Convention Center. You'll get the latest on swine health, facility management, economics, product innovation, and more. And don't forget about the expanded Spanish language breakout sessions. All this with over 60 trade show exhibitors to visit. So go to ohioporkcongress.org today to get more information and early registration discounts. We'll see you in Lima.
Markets on the Ohio AgNet brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Markets closed for the holiday, but on Friday, USDA announced more corn export sales. The third straight day with reportable sales. That's a strong sign the record demand for U.S. corn is alive and well and will work to keep solid support under prices throughout the week. Corn for March, 424 3/4 after the close on Friday, up by 4 1/2. May up 4 1/4 at 432 a bushel. Soybeans for March, 1057 3/4, up by 4 3/4. May up 4 1/2 at 1068 3/4. And wheat for July, 540 1/2, up by 7 cents. Traders were growing antsy for the Fed cash cattle market to trade. There was a rumor floating around on Friday of New World screwworm detected in the U.S. No confirmation of that, though. Feb live cattle, 232.15, down 390. February lean hogs up 47 points at 88.27. Every morning, right at 6 a.m., we send an email out with all the latest ag news, weather, and markets. It's called the Digital Daily, and you can sign up now at ohioagnet.com.